Good day, judges. I am Aldrich Daplin Remot, an aspirant to be the first ever Designer of the Year from the Philippines. So let me tell you the story of an entrepreneur named Mr. Yang, who had a passion for entrepreneurship. He had a vision for his coffee shop that offers locally made products, but it required significant investment to develop. Despite his hard work and dedication, the business struggled to gain traction. Meanwhile, in another case, Ayesha started her scholarship to apply for college to make it more affordable. But she had a difficult time with lengthy applications and long queuing lines in securing these services, where she began to feel discouraged. In another case, Desiree started her career as a low-level government employee. However, she found herself constantly navigating a complex bureaucracy, dealing with outdated policies and inefficient facilities. With those situations, have you ever experienced going to governmental centers to do transactions and securing permits, legal documents, and other related services? This arduous nature of setting up our identity, since there is a need to fulfill our role as a citizen of the community. Have you ever encountered prompt and efficient services from government agencies and departments? Because they have been operating in an old-fashioned way that is just not working for many people. These routines were common to all countries from across Asia in providing services to their citizens. Meeting these challenges is prompting the public sector to explore new sustainable models that can significantly improve customer experience for service delivery and at enhanced service levels at the same or reduced cost. The solution lies in developing citizen-centric models that is designed for the cities of the future. BAKAWONE flow from one idea, a development and infrastructure that are shaped by ecology, letting nature regenerate and support rapidly growing populations. Imagine a traditional structure and consolidating its footprint, designing with no need to travel from one building to another, resulting in no carbon emissions. Leveraging effective planning solutions through an autonomous building, saving the user's time and effort. Because it is a model that is bold, radical, and dynamic, embracing convergence in spatial design, and pushing the reset button of our structurally imposed limitations. Did you know that by year 2050, the world's population is expected to reach 9.8 billion? And nearly 70% of this booming population is projected to live in highly populated areas. Introducing to you the largest continent in the world. However, despite Asia's considerable margin, richness in natural resources, and strategic geographic locations, many of its countries still experience economic hurdles. One of which is my country, the Philippines, which is still continuing the need for institutional strengthening and effectiveness in the delivery of public service across all citizens. Vietnam and Thailand's aim to increase responsiveness and transparency in a simple, cheap, and responsive manner. Indonesia and Malaysia's goal to value the sense of togetherness among officers, more controllable processing times, and internal process improvement. China and Taiwan's aim to implement an interagency that is designed for their large population, as well as Singapore and Japan's need to reimagine their modern reform-minded service, as having to do everything online would hinder genuine connection and risk our very own vital information in relation to cybersecurity threats. These drawbacks set a trend of providing services from government centers, not just in the Philippines, Vietnam, or Asia, but in the rest of the world. It is by the people and for the people. Has it ever come across your mind how intriguing it would be if we could be able to develop a state-of-the-art building that is dedicated to the public? Or be able to develop an evolutionary masterpiece of architecture that is transportable from across the world? That in the near future, this design model can be found maybe somewhere in Sri Lanka's remote town, or somewhere beside the mountainous lands of China, to a coastal area in Jakarta, by the suburbs of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, or in a hustling, bustling city in India. Introducing to you BAKAWONE. How we can preserve the culture of every country's vernacular root by injecting modern ideas such as parametric design strategies. This building metaphorically acts as purposeful as a mangrove tree that shelters to the needs of the converging people. So, as part of Bacoor's environmental protection and management programs, a mangrove plantation was started in the region of Cavite, from which the concept was derived from. The chosen site is situated along Molino Boulevard within Manila's periphery. The site is surrounded by a wide range of structures, most of which are residential, commercial, or industrial in character. Now, the graphic depicts the sun's path around the site. In summer, the sun sets in the northwest, casting minimal shadows at solar noon. In the monsoon season, it moves from southeast to southwest, casting shadows toward the northeast. Considering the sun's path and site orientation when designing a building can reduce heating and cooling demands. BAKAWONE, wherein Bakaw means root, conveys a message of rooted as one, which means that we are all deeply anchored and intertwined. Mangrove trees represent strength and stability because we, like mangrove plants, cannot thrive on our own. Individuals require the assistance of others, one strengthening and stabilizing the other. Using this visionary design process, one can build our strength by establishing deep dynamic roots that anchor us in purpose, to standing firm against the headwinds and to hold forest health as the ultimate goal. In this case, the structure acts as a mangrove tree to cater to the convergence of diverse people in unison with nature. Designed with a bioclimatic approach, which not only holds significant value as vital tree to several countries, but also paves a way for an exceptionally efficient structure, catering to a diverse range of demographics. This would benefit its target end user from public mass that is composed of students, workers, elderlies, government employees, and all citizens of the country depending on the needs and demands of their economy. The project shall also incorporate sustainable development goals. Accessible quality services are essential for economic progress. This project creates interconnected agencies, eliminating the residents to visit multiple locations. It offers decent work and economic growth opportunities while promoting sustainability, entrepreneurship, and job creation. It also aims to fit with the standards of every country's unique green building rating system so that future generations could enjoy the resources we savor today. Now, the site development plan reveals a well-organized division of the structure into 3 distinct spaces. The central atrium serves as a dedicated hub for interconnecting various areas, providing convenient access and streamlined regulation for employees throughout the building. Adjacent to outer spaces, the right atrium serves as main entrance for public users. On the other hand, the left atrium caters significantly to users with vehicles, as it is located beside the parking areas. This thoughtfully designed layout ensures seamless functionality and accessibility for different user groups within the building. Now, the diagram illustrates a well-thought-out spaces within the building. On the ground floor, common areas and commercial spaces are conveniently situated. The subsequent 2 floors house various governmental services, a dedicated public library, as well as an auditorium, and convention halls are dedicated for students and local events. Staff and administrative areas are located in the middle so that they could regulate the whole building easily. Finally, offices and are located on the uppermost floors that is optimized for a post-pandemic setting that allows for flexible work modalities. So now, as you enter the ground floor, you are greeted by a reception area. The flooring is adorned with visual cues for people's wayfinding. The walls are tastefully decorated with modern ethnic patterns and subtle accent lighting, creating a warm and welcoming atmosphere. It houses the commercial spaces that offers great potential for entrepreneurs. Following on the second floor, you'll find a series of dedicated service centers that is designed for efficient and personalized service, with ergonomic desks and comfortable waiting areas for citizens. Clear signage and digital displays guide visitors to the appropriate service points, minimizing confusion and wait times. Now we have the step concrete platforms that serves as bench seats that ascend from library zones interior spaces, allowing users clear sight lines of the learning materials. This stair-like structure maximizes visibility and promotes healthy interactions that encourages the users, thus making it a pleasant and comfortable place to enjoy learning. The auditorium features a wide seating area, providing unobstructed views of the stage from every angle. Meanwhile, the gallery space is intelligently designed with flexible layouts, allowing for customization. It also houses drafting tables and workshop spaces to showcase their craft. Cultural textiles and weaving patterns were displayed to exhibit the locality's richness in culture. The chosen Nippon colors were selected to mimic the natural environments found in the natural environment, since research shows that exposure to nature promotes inclusivity and improves well-being. This consideration becomes particularly crucial when settings and individuals are put into a test, especially when dealing with services and queuing for their errands. The building incorporates sustainable design approaches to achieve high energy efficiency and waste performance, such as reed bed planters, rainwater gardens, bioswales, sky gardens, and it minimizes the power usage and provides natural cooling to the interior spaces. While the fusion of engineered bamboo, low-E glass, polycarbonate materials, green roof, and fiber-reinforced concrete harmoniously embody our heritage, our energy efficiency, dynamic design, and sustainability and resilience. Overall, this project provides a tranquil, restorative space for the community to go forward with their needs. As they say, elements of natural beauty can often astound visually, but they are infinitely more awe-inspiring when one considers the millions of complex details involved in their existence. While here, we have the additional interior spaces, the exhibit for the users, and the outdoor spaces of the BAKAWONE. It is supplemented by an outdoor amphitheater, a library, a children's playground, pavilion, water features, and various activity spaces that encourage healthy interactions and prioritize public accommodation. Once again, this is BAKAWONE, a one-stop shop government and civic center. This is a prototype of the ecosystem of service, wherein we can coexist while fostering harmony and balance. Because in reality, a mangrove tree supports an ecosystem of life, just like an anchor of sustainability. And in the end, AYDA was successful in securing several scholarships because of the effective space provided. Despite the initial struggles, Mr. Yang's business eventually became a success because of the affordable renting space that offers potential to frequently acquire customers. Desiree remained committed to her work and to making a difference in people's lives through public service. It is a significant conversation about how to protect and how to expand. It is not about us as leaders, designers, movers, or change makers, but how we reset the life of others so that we can empower the story of people like AYDA, the struggles of Mr. Yang, or the growth of Desiree, and make them feel that sense of reward that they truly deserve. Let's give it up again for BAKAWONE, a one-stop shop government and civic center. Thank you so much.